Okay, we got really cool specialized pieces. I just figured this out. Look at this. We have this piece, even these triangular pieces over here. A customized bridge right here. It is not this block. For any of those that wanted to know that, it is not a bunch of these. We found a cool new tool that not only lets you build a lot faster. The tool's not really new though. It's new to me because I neglected it when the update first came out. I didn't really understand its value. Here we are now, bringing you a tutorial and different hidden secrets I found about using this tool that I haven't actually seen in many maps. The first thing about the resize tool isn't even about building. So let's resize this guy. Let's bring him as long as it can go. Okay, it's gonna stop at 100. It's still 98. There, 99. Wow. You see how long that is? It can be used as a ruler, I guess, or as some sort of measuring device. And you might be thinking, why is that important? Just to make you realize how large your map is. It doesn't stop here. Let's pull it all the way up just for height comparisons. It's just for measuring purposes. This has nothing to do with building. Oh my gosh. You know what this reminds me of? Reminds me of a green screen. Boom. Oh my gosh. And the best part is I'm still looking up. We're gonna need a green screen there. But essentially, you could do video editing, even if it's like something like Photoshop. The thing is, if I covered it up on this side and on top and around, just like completely surrounded myself, I could have a clip. This just gives me so many ideas. I think you've already noticed by now, we have some standard uses of the resize tool. For instance, right here, this long, and then right here, we have these corners here, and I think you may have also seen them at the mall. Just to show you how we got to that point, we took this piece, we rotated it, so we pulled it out this way, about 5, and we pulled it out this way, about 5. And it only works on certain blocks. Some other standard uses to make your map feel a lot bigger, because it's gonna be a lot bigger, is instead of doing what I did on stream, I spammed a bunch of blocks, and I was trying to get this really natural look for a mountain. If you want a quick building process and you don't want to be sitting there for at least a good 5 minutes just to build up this out of blocks and then cover in the holes that you missed because you were just carelessly spamming, which is what I did, you could go a much simpler route. And see what I'm doing? I'm highlighting where I use the resize tool. I just put a block down and put it up to the height that I wanted it at. Not only that, I created height, which I mentioned in another video. Height is very important for your map. You can get your map to look so much bigger. You have different levels of your map, and getting up from one of those levels to another level makes it challenging, makes it fun, makes it different. You can see I use multiple different shapes of it. And then I have a foundation where I hope to put an Italian restaurant right here, right next to a waterfall. I don't know how accurate that is. It was just in Italy, I should know that. This restaurant apparently wasn't easily recognizable to our viewers on our most recent live stream. This is inspired off of an image that I found of In-N-Out Burger. I had to take a triangle piece, flip it upside down from down here. I stretched it all the way out here, and then I also made it wider. And I did the same thing, but I rotated it, and I made this natural looking awning design right here. And we did the same thing down here. This is supposed to imitate the In-N-Out Burger logo. Here's another example, and most of these are just examples, but we will be teaching you how to build. Triangles are very important, and this building, it makes a perfect example of it. You want something a little bit more natural, a little bit more structurally secure, and what better place to do it than this kind of restaurant? You got these Spanish style rooftops. Then we have this cool looking tower, which is rounded because we don't have any rounded pieces. Well, I mean, we do have a cylinder. Unfortunately, you can only stack that and make it taller with the resize tool. You can't expand it and make it larger. And since I haven't been using this resize tool that much, and
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
I've only started really using it a lot recently, even though it's been out for well over a year since the last build mode update. We're starting to use it in our newer buildings. For instance, this is an airport. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have these naturally looking corners that kind of slant up. I've seen this before used in various lodges. I wanted this to look like a modern log cabin design, and I think the modern was really stressed here more than the log cabin part. In fact, I think I probably ditched that design. When you look at it, you got all these things, different architectural geometric shapes just pushed out, and others pushed back and sticking out, and all different directions. I have so many fun ideas what I'm gonna do. You can't really see this that well, but see if I can get you in there.
That's what she said.
So the roots of this tree, just another example. You just use that resize tool on the few blocks you are given. And although this may look like a lot of work, and believe me, this whole bottom part of the mountain was a whole lot of work, look how simple it is. When you go back and you look at, you know what, I'm gonna take you from the other side. Just to show you from the back end, most of this was using the resize tool. Just a bunch of blocks just stretched out as far as they could go. Otherwise, the roads, they would be using it. I would suggest you do that. You can already see a hint of the resize tool right here. just stretched out and it goes under because this is an area that people in the map wouldn't be seeing. And then one last bonus tip that I'll give you is let's go over to a blank area. And here's just a very basic example of a very simple looking house, and from there you just add the details around it. If you want to have a house as a background but not as a functioning interactable house, that's one perfect example of how to do it. And I use the resize tool for most of it, and the rest of the details you just put on yourself. They will most likely not require the resize tool. And if you want to use a house that uses the resize tool, or you want to have an interactable house, just use it for the framework, the floors, the staircase, and probably not, the roof, obviously, the foundation, and then the rest of everything. And from there, it'll be very simple because you got the hard part, or maybe it was the easy part out of the way. And that's only the resize tool. There's so many other great things about Piggy Build. In fact, check this video over here for more very important build mode tips that you will probably need to know if you're going to create a beautiful map.